Hey guys, quick introduction from me. My name's Toby. I work in the talent team here at Theodo. I want to give you a quick introduction and a bit of a brief on what to expect for the introductory call with me or one of my team. So the first thing we want to do really is a very informal conversation. We just want to get to know you and get a bit more of your personality. Secondly, we kind of understand what you're looking for, like what do you want to do in the future and how does that potentially fit in with Theodo and what we can offer you. And then sort of thirdly is really a sort of chance for you to ask us questions and really sort of get to know us a bit more from your perspective, work out what's important to you, and hopefully we can have a bit of an open conversation. Preparation for this, none really at all. We just want you to have a quick look at the website, have a quick look at the job spec, but then I guess also come armed with any questions so we can have a bit of a two-way conversation. We don't just want this to be like a one-way interview.
The next stage in the interview process is a 60-minute online codility test, which is a test designed to see how you solve logical problems using code. We'll give you 3 tasks to solve in either JavaScript or Python, whichever one you feel most comfortable with. To prepare, we're going to send you some example exercises that you might see on the test, but don't spend too long on these because we don't want this to become homework for you. As some tips for the test, don't do big chunks of copy and paste, especially from the internet, because we can tell when you do this. And also make sure that you consider all of the edge cases for every task.
So the values interview is a 45 to 60-minute interview, which is basically looking at whether your background and your values are a good fit with Theodo. So it's very much a two-way conversation where you have an opportunity to ask us questions about the way that we work and who we are, and then we want you to do the same thing. So we'll be asking you questions about previous work experience that you've had and how that might fit into a day-to-day role that you'll play at Theodo. So hopefully by the end of the interview, you'll feel like you would really enjoy working here, enjoy working with the people here, and that who you are and what you want to be aligns with Theodo, and we feel exactly the same way.
All right, so pair programming interview. So the goal of the interview is not to assess your JavaScript skills. We don't care about the syntax on our day-to-day job. We still Google stuff. We go on Stack Overflow, so it's perfectly normal not to know everything by heart. The whole point is to see how we collaborate together, what it would look like to work on a project together. So what you can expect from the interview is short 10-15 minutes of introduction, talking about your experience, what you've done in the past, what's your relationship with tech, and then around 45 minutes of pairing on a problem together, so alternating between one of us is coding, the other one is explaining, and having a discussion together. And then a quick debrief at the end. And so in terms of preparation, there's basically not much for you to prepare. There's no need to do exercises beforehand. What you have to keep in mind is we want you to ask questions, a lot of questions. We will keep it against you if you don't ask questions. If you don't know something, just say it out loud. It's not a problem. We don't know everything, it's normal. And yeah, it needs to be a fun conversation. So talk away, weigh the pros and cons, say what you're thinking, break down the problem into small pieces. It's okay if we don't know the whole solution, we can just look at a very small part of it and then we can work our way through the second part and the third part and so on. So yeah, don't stress too much and just come as you are.
So during the third stage, you're going to get what's called a logic interview. During the logic interview, we want to kind of understand how you approach a problem and how you solve it. And this is really important to know, how you're going to interact with your colleagues. So the general structure is you start off with 10 minutes of the introduction, getting to know you a little bit, asking you some questions. And then the remaining 50 minutes is spent going through a few of the logic questions. So you can go from 1 question to 3. I think 3 is the max we've ever had. But the general idea is we want to see how you think, how you respond to feedback, etc. So like in life, you will not have an answer to every question, so please ask us questions when you're not sure about something, and then we'll kind of give you hints along the way. But we really just want to see how your brain works. In terms of preparation, no real preparation needed because it's not a programming question, it's really just more of a chat. And just make sure that you think out your thoughts, that you're used to kind of communicating your ideas.
So I'll be doing the final stage interview for anyone applying for the tech roles. We'll do a general introduction, we'll talk about your goals, ambitions, and how that might fit into the role you'd have at Theodo. We'll also look back at the previous interviews you've done, talk about how they went, anything you might have done differently, and also how you found working with the different people on the team. And finally, at the end, we'll leave plenty of time for any questions you might have about Theodo, about the role you'd be doing, or anything that popped up during the interview process.